stay cool.
Hi, Jay Fallon. Thanks for listening to the Slippery Slope. So, hey, it's December 2024. I'm currently on holidays, just down at the Gold Coast, down at the beautiful Coolangatta, and I love it down here. Even though I live on the coast up north, where it's a bit warmer, I prefer hot weather, but I do not mind coming to Coolangatta. I've been here quite a lot throughout my lifetime, and anyway, it's a beautiful area. It's very pretty chill. You get some good coffee, some good food. I would recommend Coolangatta to anyone really. So and some great surf out there. Not that I surf, but I love going in the ocean. But yeah, so I'm down at Coolangatta, just chilling. But I want to talk about a few things anyway this week. I'm going to do a couple of episodes while I'm on holidays. This what we're going to watch today. I'm going to go through this video, and this interview that you're about to see is with a female English. She's only young. She's only very early 20s. Her name's Lily Phillips. Now she's risen to fame quite quickly, infamy maybe more than fame. She just she she's OnlyFans. Okay, she's an OnlyFans star. She just had sex a couple of months ago. Uh, she did a what do you call it? I don't know what you want to call it. It's not an episode, but she did this. She participated in a documentary, but she did sex in one day with 100 men, 100 males. She had sex with 100 males in one day. I'd seen a few other uh, commentaries about this, about what she's done, because and she'd recorded with a YouTuber who'd done a bit of a documentary on what she was doing and what she's achieving. Now, her fame, or her notoriety first comes with having so many followers. She's got like, I think, 34,000 fans or something like that. There's something ridiculous on OnlyFans. So these are people paying her. I think that's the way OnlyFans works. It's like you pay a certain amount of money every month or something like that. Um, and for the basically you're paying for pornography. That's what you're doing. And she'll put out these videos. So she's stepped over the line from just taking photos or videos or whatever of herself or stuff like that. When she actually goes and she's just creating her own pornography, and she's having sex with fans, with people. So she's done this thing where she's had sex with 100 different blokes in one day within I think it was within a 12-hour period, 100 blokes. So, and in the documentary that she did, she actually kind of broke down and cried a bit and talking about how it was hard to do. Uh, and then it's like she has this little epiphany. She goes, "Oh, I suppose it's kind of like being a prostitute. You're selling yourself for money." I'm like, well, it's exactly like being a prostitute, because it's exactly the same thing. You're having sex and getting paid to have sex. You're having sex for money. You're a prostitute. She is prostituting herself out. Now I've seen a couple of different commentaries on this. People obviously called it out and said, morally, this is pretty repugnant. But what does amaze me, we're going to watch this interview from the Mail News, and it does surprise me how this female interviewer, the female reporter, doesn't ask her any hard questions. Doesn't She doesn't seem to. She's not calling her out on anything. She's not asking the question. Is there anything you really regret, or do you think about this? How this may affect your future? There's nothing like that. There's nothing like, hey, Lily, maybe this isn't the right way to go. So it surprised me how people, and I think it's people on the left side of politics, how we just, everyone can do whatever they want. Don't want to say to people, hey, maybe this is not the right way to go. Maybe morally, this is not a good thing. It's as long as if you're making money, and if you've got fans, you've got supporters, well, then this is all a great thing. That's the way it comes across in this interview. It also surprises me how apparently she's got the support of her family. Her mother is her chief financial officer. Her father knows what she does, and he's supportive. One thing I have noticed in these new generations is more often than not, parents neglect their responsibilities of being a parent. They've they've put it behind. They've said, "Well, we don't want to actually be a parent. We just want to be a friend." I think that generations now are too busy. They're just selfish generations. We are selfish generations. We're living in a selfish society, and we're too busy thinking about ourselves and what we want and what we need, and we're neglecting our children and what they need. They need guidance. They need parents to stand up and say, "Hey, this is not the right way to go." Making money out of OnlyFans, it is prostitution. You are you are destroying your body for money. Before I watch the video, I just want to read this Bible verse, and I'm going to read from in the New Life version, just because it's a little simpler. And so what it says is 1 Timothy 6, 9, 11. It says, "But men who want lots of money are tempted. They are trapped into doing all kinds of foolish things." Now, when it says, "but men who want lots of money are tempted," you can put women, you can put men or women, okay? It's but men or women who want lots of money are tempted. They are trapped into doing all kinds of foolish things and things which hurt them. These things drag them into sin and will destroy them. The love of money, and this is probably the really famous section of this verse chapter. The love of money is the beginning of all kinds of sin. This is the thing. What she is doing, and even though she doesn't explicitly say, yeah, but she talks about how she's making all this money, like six figures. She's making turning over six figures a month. This is just for the money and the lifestyle. So let's just watch this video, and I'll stop it along the way and just talk about what they're going on about. Now, she's had sex. She did an episode where she had sex with 100 men. Her new goal, this is the next thing she wants to achieve, is to have sex, as it says here in the headline, have sex with 1,000 men in a 24-hour period. Just take note of the fake smile on her face. She's dead inside to me. Anyway, let's have a listen to this video.
Phillips, who is one of the big stars of OnlyFans. She's been causing quite a stir lately, not just because she's got over 30,000 subscribers on OnlyFans, but over 500,000 on Instagram, but more so because you've been setting yourself some rather big challenges. Exactly. Can you tell us about the one you've got coming up at the end of January, Lily?
So I want to be the first person to be with 1,000 guys in one day.
And are you daunted by this?
No, not really. I'm quite excited. Obviously, it's stressful with all the logistics of things, but it's not daunting.
But you did have a dry run in October. You limbered up with, was it 100?
Yeah, we did 100 in a day. It was like a little warm up for the day, if you will.
I cannot believe they described 100 having sex with 100 people in one day as a dry run or as limbering up. I mean, where are your morals at if this is what you think? And her big goal, like I said, listen to this interview. She's not calling her out or saying anything derogatory or making any kind of questions that would make her think, hey, is this the best way for you to go? Even the way that you introduce her is like, well, look, Lily Phillips, she's got over 30 something followers on OnlyFans and 500,000 fans on Instagram. And like, this is life. You're achieving something if this is what you've done.
And that all went really smoothly. So that's when we said, let's go ahead with 1,000.
And so logistically, how long are you going to spend with each man?
In out, I'm hoping a couple seconds at most. We're hoping for some other girls there, make it a bit of an event, something the guys actually want to come to and enjoy. And, they don't just get 2 seconds, they get a little bit longer with the
And they're
guys.
not paying, but you are filming them?
Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit of a deal here where, if you get to sleep with me, I get to film it.
What has OnlyFans meant for you? You're 23 now, you've been on it since you were 18, is that right?
Yeah, so honestly, it's changed my life, like to do with just how I feel about myself, my confidence. I feel like
Just listen to. I'm going to go back a couple of seconds, but she's been on OnlyFans since she was 18, and then she starts talking about, well, she's 23 now, talking about what's it done. It's changed her life. I mean, what the heck was her life like before she was 18? If it's changed her life. But it's she starts talking and saying, well, this has given me confidence. I mean, she really, do you think she's being honest with herself that is giving her confidence, sleeping around, sharing her body with, I mean, in that one day she did hundreds of 100 men, but literally sharing her body, destroying her soul with literally thousands of different men over these years. And she's trying to say, well, yeah, it's changed her life.
with just how I feel about myself, my confidence. I feel like it's given me just a job that I love.
And get paid quite a lot of money for.
Yeah, and that, definitely. And just so much freedom.
When did you start doing porn on any?
So you see how the reporters and get paid quite a lot of money before. I'd read it or heard of in another one that she gets makes 6 figures per month from what she's doing. And apparently it gives her freedom. I would say this lifestyle does not give you freedom. You are in bondage to sin. You're in bondage to sin. It's destroying your soul, and you are not really free. You're not truly free. Because you don't know truth, and all you are doing is making yourself a slave to your own foolish desires, your own selfish, sinful lifestyle. That's all you're doing.
So I started doing porn a year ago now, and I just loved it so much. And I think my porn was getting quite mundane, and that's when I decided to kind of ramp it up and do some challenges and do some fun stuff.
It's a big challenge. So how will you prepare for that?
There's not much preparation that goes into it personally. Obviously, a bit with a razor and a good shower.
What kind of a question? How would you prepare for that? Well, and she says, well, there's not much going into preparing. That's because there's nothing to it. You didn't create your body. There's no real talent with just, excuse me for being a bit crass, but literally just laying there and spreading your legs. That's not a talent. There's no preparation for it. It's not like you have to study for it.
And a good night's sleep.
Big meal the night before.
Yeah, carb loading.
Some electrolytes and carb loading.
But other than that, it's just got to be a bit of pure determination.
So if you set a record like that, does that go in the Guinness Book of Records, or do they not do sex records?
They don't do sex records.
It's not their thing.
No.
And your family are very supportive of what you're doing. Your mum does your finances.
Yeah.
Your dad's pretty cool about it. Your brother's supportive. Have you had much back chat from other people?
Definitely people online, but at the end of the day, I don't know these people, so why would I care about their opinion?
And would you consider yourself, do you find this empowering? Do you consider yourself a feminist?
100%. I love it. I'm doing what I love and what I enjoy and making a career out of it. So what's wrong with that,
Do you consider yourself a feminist? So this, which I've said before, this is where the modern feminist movement has taken us. You can't question anything. You can't call anyone out. You can't say, hey, maybe this isn't the right way to go. Maybe telling young women that you can just sleep with whomever you want to, that, you don't have to be in monogamous relationships, that you can just treat your body like a playground. Maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe feminism was not the best way to go. Modern day feminism. Anyway. But they wouldn't hear any of this, would they? She's a feminist.
Why would people be bothered what I'm doing with my life?
And are there any men that come up that you... Because it sounds like they're not filtered by photo.
Oh, no. It's any size, any kind of guy. It doesn't matter.
Any age?
Any age.
Above 18?
Above 18, yeah.
Yeah.
Above 18, any age, any race, anyone.
Yeah. And anyone you just haven't fancied doing it with?
There's no one that I've said no to yet, and I don't think there would be. I think that could be quite cruel.
Yeah. So do you feel quite protective over some of them?
Don't you love that? So there's no way she'd want to hurt someone's feelings by saying, no, no, I can't have sex with you. That'd be quite cruel because she's a modern feminist and, and a lefty. You can't ever say no to anyone. You can't ever point out, she can't ever point out that, oh, no, I wouldn't want to have sex with you. She's just available for anyone.
Oh, definitely. Some of them are just such lovely gentlemen. They're here for a good time, like I am. And, we have that in common. And yeah, we just want to have an enjoyable experience together.
And do you think that your generation just has a different attitude to sex and bodies?
I think some of us have definitely gotten a lot more liberal, 100%, especially with OnlyFans and with porn. It's such a huge thing on the internet now.
How old were you when you first started watching porn, do you think?
Oh, I probably first watched porn when I was maybe like 12.
12.
I didn't start like masturbation or anything like that till I was maybe 18.
To 18?
Yeah.
And that's when you lost your virginity at 18?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're catching up.
Yeah, exactly. Making up for.
Look, I think it's, besides being absolutely disgusting, she had sex with 100 men in one day. There's no thought of the future. There's no real planning. It's just satisfaction for the here and now. This is what I want. I mean, you heard her say, well, I'm just here. I just want blokes coming who are just there for a good time, and we're all just there for a good time. She's lying to herself. You're not having a good time. You're not making love. You just literally, she's going to have blokes coming in and out, no pun intended, every few seconds. That's what she needs to do to be able to break this record and have sex with 1,000 blokes in a 24-hour period. She can only spend a few seconds with each man, and that's why she's going to have a couple of other women there to help. I don't know, to help satisfy the needs of everyone around, I suppose. But this lie that she's saying, oh, I'm only here for a good time, and they're only here. We're all just having a good time. There's all just fun. It's all just good fun. No one's being hurt. She doesn't see that she's damaging her own soul. Like I said, going back to the verse, what the Bible says: men, women who want lots of money are tempted, and they are trapped into doing all kinds of foolish things and things which hurt them. I think the saddest things out of this story is, first off, she doesn't realize that she's doing something that is just hurting her. But what kind of man, what kind of husband will she ever be able to attract a husband? You look at all the stories that come out now about porn stars who regret their actions, who wish that they could take their videos down, who wish that they'd never have done those things, and they're embarrassed by what they've done. What kind of husband would she be able to attract? Who would want to be with someone who's slept with that, has that kind of a record? If she achieves this one of 1,000 men in one day, what if you do have a husband and you have kids, grandkids? What are they going to be thinking when they see, oh, there's grandma? Grandma used to be a porn star. She had sex with 100 blokes in 12-hour period. Look at what she's done. Look what we can achieve. What are you showing? What are you showing the next generation? What are you teaching the next generation? But the other sad thing about this story is her mum being the chief financial officer, her father being supportive. That is not good parenting. That your mum being the chief financial officer, to me, just speaks of a mother who's just worrying about money. And they write it off as, well, we're feminists. We're feminists. We're supportive. As long as we're supporting you in your career, your goals of shagging the most people that you can possibly have sex with, and all for money. And as long as you're making money, that's all that matters. The love of money is the beginning of all kinds of sin. The love of money drags down your soul, destroys your soul, eats at your soul. Anyway, I feel sorry for this girl and any of these blokes who participate in it. That's all my opinion. Please let me know what you think. I'm Jay Fallon. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
Fuel a desire that will take me higher. I'm on fire because nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Nothing's gonna stop me now. No more deals to be done. No more nothing's gonna just focus on the goal. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna hold me down. Got my eye on the prize. Gonna say